Hi everyone, I hope you're great. Today we will have subject verb agreement. So first you have to log in using the a+10.com. Click on your name, move on to language at the grade 4. Chapter is subject verb agreement. Lesson would be is the subject singular or plural? Use the correct subject or verb. Alright, so singular subjects name only one person, animal, place, or thing. Okay, so it names just one. When we hear singular, we know that it is just one. When a subject singular, use a singular verb. Singular verbs end with s. Alright, so when a subject is singular, you have to use a singular verb, and usually the singular verb ends with s, es, or ies. Alright. Sarah visits her grandmother. My cat washes her paws. So, as you can see here, Sarah is a singular subject, and a singular subject, the verb always ends with either s, es, or ies. Okay, so we have visits her grandmother, as you can see. So, my cat washes her paws. Okay, my cat is singular, and the verb ends with es. Now, for the plural subject, they name more than one. Okay. So more than one person, animal, place, or thing. When a subject is plural, you have to use a plural verb, and the plural verbs do not end with s, es, or ies. So for the plural verbs, they are just on their own. They do not end with s, es, or ies, but the singular subject ends with that. So Carl and Jesse walk home. So as you can see, the verb over here is just walk. It doesn't have s, es, or ias. The flowers grow in the garden. Flowers. So it's plural, okay? And it has grow in the garden. Okay? Let's look at some examples. So, for example, we have look at the subject in bold. Is it singular or plural? A man pumps gas for us at the station in Manchester. So, a man is what? Of course, it is singular. So it's a singular subject. Look at the subject in bold. Is it singular or plural? A hen hatches her eggs by sitting on them. So what is that? Of course, this is what singular subject. A nurse bandages the small cut on the woman's finger. So that's what singular. Okay. So you can look at the verbs and you can as well determine the answer. Okay, so look at the subject in bold. Is it singular or plural? The chest contains rare treasures from India. So is it singular or plural? You can tell me. All right, so this is what a singular subject. The verb here is contain and it ends with s. So this is singular. All right, the puppies tug on their mother's tail, plural singular. All right, puppies. So we have plural. Okay. So jets strike across the sky. Is it singular or plural? Okay, so we have plural. Greg owes Mrs. Alexander an explanation for the late homework. First to second, plural singular. All right, so this is singular. The firefighter battles the blaze from the ground. Singular, plural. All right, so this is singular, right? Okay. So the scientist vanishes into her lab for days on end. Singular, or plural. Okay, so this also singular. Mom and dad tuck me in at night. Plural, singular. Alright, so we have plural for mom and dad because it's more than one. So next up, a hen hatches her eggs by sitting on them. Singular, plural. Alright, so we have singular here. Steve and Gary tape pictures of sports stars on their walls. Singular or the plural. Alright, so this plural, Steve and Gary. My sisters disagree about their favorite musician. Singular, plural. All right, so we have plural here. So that's it for this lesson. We'll move to the next one. Try to complete this if you haven't done it, okay? So we have used the correct subject of verb. All right, so we have the subject and the verb in a sentence must agree. So this is basically like the same thing that we've done already. So you must have the same subject and verb going together. So there must be an agreement. Just like when you have singular subject, it's talking about one person, place, thing, or animal. So the verb ends with s, es, or ies. So it's gonna be like this: Sarah visits her grandmother. So you see that there's an agreement between the subject and the verb. And then for plural, it's more than one person, place, or thing. But the verbs do not end with es, is, or ies. Okay. Just like we have the flowers grow in the garden. So there must be an agreement. If you say the flower grows, you add s to the grows, then that sentence is going to be incorrect. So now you have to select the right subject for the sentence. To complete the sentence with the best subjects, dash glitter in the night sky. So glitter is what? It's a plural. So it's a plural verb, and then you're going to have what? Okay, let's look at this from here. Complete the sentence with the best verb. Those doctors dash lunch across the street. So now doctors, it's in what? Plural form. So you're gonna have a verb that does not have s. So that's why we have those doctors eat. And then we also have dash insists that we read the new book. Okay, so we have what here? Insist. That is the verb is singular. It has s, so it's gonna be a singular subject, Mrs. Stone. Now, glitter in the sky. The verb is what? Glitter. So we are gonna have a what? It does not have s in the glitter, so it's a plural verb. So we need a plural subject. So it's gonna be stars. Alright, so let's go to the test. You can share your answers. My aunt dashed the vegetables from the garden. Freezes or freeze? First or second? Okay, so aunts freeze the vegetables because aunt is like plural. Eat lunch across the street. Those doctors are Dr. Vincent. Which of them? All right, so we have those doctors. Mr. and Mrs. Mason dash the picture of William and Stacy. Frames of frame. All right, so Mr. and Mrs. Mason frame the pictures of William and Stacy. Okay. My sister dash my telephone calls with my friends. Interrupts or interrupt. All right, so sister is singular, so the verb has to have S, so it interrupts. Then dash glitter in the night sky, stars or planets. All right, so we have star glitter in the night sky. Okay. Tadpoles dash into frogs. Develop or develops. Okay, so develop. All right, dash scores in every soccer game. Susan or Quincy and Kaya. Okay, so we have Susan scores because the verb has s, so it's a singular verb. The teachers dash the children to their buses. Direct or direct? So the teachers direct. All right, that's it for a lesson on the subject verb agreement. Can you tell me if you have any questions? All right, so since we have no questions, we'll end here. Try to complete this lesson if you haven't done it. Have a good weekend. See you all next week. Bye.